Good morning. Time for coffee. Today it's going to only be 33 degrees. There's snow on the ground, not a whole lot, but it's cold outside. So I'll be doing some indoor activities. I don't know what yet. I still haven't put my Christmas tree away. I said I wanted to have that done by the end of the week. Well, hello, it's here. So I guess that's something I could do. I'd leave it up a little longer, but the lights burned out, so now it's just sitting there. It won't even take that long. I just don't like putting Christmas decorations away. Everything seems so blah after that. All the lights and things. But I am going to leave my little mini lights up over my front window. I really enjoy those, and I turn those on for most of the day, and it cheers me up to look at them. They're multicolored, but that's okay. White ones, people leave up white Christmas lights all year round, but I like these. They're cheerful. So I need to do some laundry, maybe a little declutter, get started on those pants that I want to declutter. I really should do a little something every day because I need to have a good amount to make it worth the trip for these people that pick up all this volunteer stuff. So anyway, today's coffee is chocolate raspberry, yummy, one of my new favorites. My favorite before was always hazelnut, but I still like hazelnut. But I've discovered my grandson likes hazelnut too, so I usually save those for him when I don't have a ton of them. So let's put some creamer in the coffee because that's the best part. Oh, and I'm almost out. Not to worry, got lots more. So I actually broke a nail. That hardly ever happens to me. But I need to do my nails anyway. They're all chipping off. And this polish really lasted a long time. It's got a little bit of that glitter stuff in it. That always seems to last. So let's give this coffee a try. And I know I'm going to like it, and I know it's good, but I can't wait. Cheers. As good as I remember it. So if I ever go to Aldi's again, which won't be for quite a while, I'll check it out and see if they have any more. But like I said, I think it was a specialty item because it was in that aisle. And I really don't like when they do that. They put out all this good, delicious stuff around the holidays, and then it disappears. Oh well, such is life. All right, I'm going to enjoy this a lot, and then I'll be back. Hello, my dear. They really don't like the camera. Snow this morning. Well, I thought I'd have coffee with you this morning, so cheers again. Oh, this is so good, and it feels so nice and warm, and it's so yucky out there. I swear, the Cleveland area in the wintertime, it's gray, gray, gray. Everything is gray and brown. Oh, I should take a sip. That noise you always hear in the background, that's my dogs always deciding to get a drink of water when I vlog. I don't know why. Anyway, today is Friday the 13th. And actually, there's conflicting information about the number 13. In Germany, 13 has always been considered a lucky number. And I asked my friend, my computer friend, and she said that it has always been considered a lucky number. So I guess it depends on where you live. My camera's crooked. There. Okay. And then I asked her why Friday the 13th, what the stigma was behind it. And then she said that 13 has always been considered an unlucky number, and the correlation with Friday is from the Christians because Christ was crucified on Friday. So therefore you have an unlucky number and the Lord's crucifixion. So that's how Friday the 13th came about. I'm just a plethora of useless information. Oh well, it's fun anyway. So I did not wake up early this morning. I woke up at the regular time, so I didn't start any decluttering. But I really need to continue with that. But I am really going to make an effort to get my living room back in order. And like I said, I always kind of hate taking it down because everything looks so meh once you take down all those beautiful lights and the beautiful decorations, even if you only decorate a little bit. So I guess that just sort of tells me what an impact some ambient lighting has on the mood and on your psyche. So, you know, if you like the little mini lights, find yourself a nice plant or something and stick the mini lights in there and just have it year round. Like I said, I'm going to leave up my little mini light swag until it burns out. And once it burns out, I'll probably put some more up. So I got these rings from Amazon, and they're for a NutriBullet. But when I compared it to the ring that I already have, this is a new one, I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm going to have to send it back because even though I measured, these are a tiny bit smaller. But I'm going to try it and see because this was a good deal. There were, I think, 5 of them. Plus, you got all this extra stuff with it. I don't know what these are. I think these go in the machine. I didn't realize those came out. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with this stuff. But it comes with a little cleaner brush. And it comes with, actually, this is supposed to be made for digging out the ring because it really gets stuck in there. But this is a seam ripper for sewing. So I actually own a couple of these somewhere. So I'm going to try and install the ring and see what happens. And I'm going to have to return it if it doesn't work. So just trying to fix my little appliances so that I can use them. I mean, I have a little blender, but that's not really that great for smoothies because it's small. And that I got a long time ago from Aldi's. It has the different cups and the different blades. So anyway, and then I picked these up at Dollar Tree yesterday when I went, and I thought these would be perfect for putting little seeds in. So, because I can label them, you know, with a dry erase thing and put some seeds in there. once you open a packet, it might keep them a little fresher. Plus that, these would be really easy to store. So I picked those up. I got a couple of wooden rulers because I'm always measuring something. So not that I don't have rulers, but I'm usually dragging out my yardstick for measuring something this big. So I'll keep one of these by my computer desk. And so I picked those up. And then I got this. I didn't get much, but I got this. And this is nice and small. It's a little planner. But the calendar windows are pretty good size. And then over here is more space. So what I've done in the past, I need to track my expenses. And even though my expenses have been very low as of late, I really would like to cut back even more so that I can build up my emergency fund again, because I totally wiped that out, God knows with what. I think from everything breaking and stuff. So what I liked about this was, what I do is I write down all the bills and expenses and everything on the day that they get paid. And then over here I put the total for the week. So this would be total week 1, total week 2, yada yada yada. And then I can total the whole enchilada down here and keep track of what I spend in a month. And down here I can make some additional notes. So I thought this was it's really small, I mean, compared to a lot of them. And I don't really use a planner. I've tried in the past, I've tried a couple different ones, but I find them just too cumbersome. I'd rather have individual notebooks, just plain spiral notebooks, or you know, like the little 3-ring binder. I have quite a few of those. I have those for recipes. I have one, it's a bigger one, not huge. I have one for projects for each room. And I also have one for gardening. And that works out really, really well. And then I pick these up because, again, with a 3-ring binder, I always need to mark whatever it is. So I'm making a new vegan recipe book of recipes I've collected. So that's for that. And like I said, I'm not buying things that I really don't use. And then I got this. I was pretty happy about this. Essential oil diffuser recipes. And it's got all kinds of different recipes in here. Like for mental clarity, it's got one. Let's see, what else? Relaxation and sleep. And then it's got the different oils that you use. So I thought this was a really good find. And the original cost of the book was $15.95 US and $19.95 Canadian. So the book is by Pam Farley, but for $1.25 you can't go to the used bookstore and find that. So that was it, just those few things. And I don't even remember what I originally went to the Dollar Tree for. Well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I like to peruse the aisles and see. Oh, that's what. I wanted to see if they had gotten any fresh seeds in. But this is the little Dollar Tree. That's not... You know, I have 2 of them within about the same 3-mile distance in opposite directions. But I was going to pick up the flash food thing, the kale and things that I bought, and Giant Eagle is right there, and then Dollar Tree is right there. So I wanted to see if they had any seeds, but they didn't have any in yet, but they did have their gardening things out. And this year they have the stackable planters, they have real small ones. They're about this big. And I almost picked some up, and then I thought, well, for outside, those really wouldn't be too good because they're so small. They're about like maybe a 3-inch. Each section is maybe 3 inches, and I thought those would dry out within an hour. And then I thought, well, it would be nice to have those indoors, but I don't need it for indoors. You could probably start seeds in them, but I have so much seed starting stuff. And what I like to do is I save yogurt pots, and then I start some seeds in there too. So I would just prefer to use that. So I didn't get those. But, you know, for those of you that are setting up like a little indoor garden or something, that might be useful. But you're going to have to keep your eye on the moisture level in there because, I mean, the pot itself is this big, but each individual is, you know, about 3 inches. And then I'd also recommend, if you get those, they don't really, I didn't see where they had drainage holes. So I would recommend putting some drainage holes. And the best way to do that is to either get a little drill and drill the holes, or get a soldering iron and just burn the holes. That works real well too. The big ones last year that I got from Dollar Tree, I wanted to stack them, and I didn't want them to blow over, so because they're lightweight. So what I did was I drilled a hole in the middle of all of them, and then I put a post, a fence post, a small fence post in there, and it keeps them stable. So anyway, that's my little spiel on gardening and the little Dollar Tree things. So yeah, I'm starting to think about the garden. I don't want to go crazy with that yet until I get some other things decluttered. And so anyway, I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll look in my fridge and we'll see what else I'm up to today. All right, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys are up to. Are you decluttering? Are you cooking from scratch? Are you discount shopping and preserving your food? Whatever. Oh, and those of you that haven't joined our Facebook group, send me a little message that you'd like to join. It's a private group, and we have about 56 members now. And it's a lot of fun. Everybody interacts with each other. So, you know, you can do that here on the channel too in the comments. That would be great. But anyway, it's Ellen's Abundant Life on Less, and it's the group. That's private. The page is public. So you can join either one, but the private group I have to say it's okay. I have to confirm that it's okay to join. All right, well, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, it's time for brunch, and it's time to figure out what I need to make for dinner, or what I want to make for dinner. All right, let's see. I have no clue what I want. I think I need to freeze some of this kale, so I'm going to take that out so that I remember. And I want to try something new. I think this morning I've got some more homemade bread here. So I'm going to have that. And I think this morning I'm going to have some peanut butter and jelly toast. And I'm going to have the peanut butter with this peach preserves. I like peach preserves the best with peanut butter. So that's what's for breakfast this morning. And for dinner, I think I have a couple choices. I have some peppers here. I got some bigger peppers on Flash Food yesterday. I need to do something with this cabbage. So I'm either going to make a deconstructed pepper and cabbage. I'm either going to do that, maybe with a salad, or I'm just going to have a big salad with kale and romaine and some of the other veggies I have. So one or the other, I don't know yet. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to have today. All right. I still have some of this edamame. I think I'm going to shell all of those and keep them as a snack. So, all right. I will meet you at the stove. I'm here at my stove. I'm cooking 4 eggs. I'll probably have those for dinner if I have the salad. I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if you're aware of this. If you are, good. But for those of you that aren't, if you're a senior and you belong to ARP, I don't even think you need to belong to ARP. If you look on the internet and find a local place that does ARP taxes, they'll do your taxes for free. I've done this for 3 or 4 years now, and it works great. They submit them electronically so that you can direct deposit. You do need a check statement for that so that they have your information. But yeah, it works great. But what I wanted to tell you was I called them this morning, and they're already filling up for February. So you might want to call them sooner rather than later. I know last year I was very lucky to just squeak in there because it's the first time where I had it done at this particular place. All the other places were already filled up. So you might want to get ahead of the game and call now to make your appointment. All right, well, I'm waiting for my eggs to cook and my toast to toast, and I'll be back. Okay, here is my breakfast this morning. Peanut butter and jelly on toast and an apple. All right, using what I already have. And the peanut butter is just about empty. I think I have some more in my stash. I know I have smooth peanut butter, but my favorite is the crunchy. So, all right, I'll be back a little later, and we'll see if I get that Christmas tree down. That's my #1 goal today. All right. Okay, so I bought this big, huge bag of kale. And I saw on Flash Foods this morning, I think it was marked down to 49 cents, which sounds about right. I can't remember if I paid 49 or 99, but anyway, it's a big bag. So I looked on the internet, and apparently you can blanch this in the microwave, and I just did a batch, but I just have a glass bowl here that you can't see. There we go. And some of this I want to eat as a salad, but most of it is, it's too much. I won't be able to eat it all by the time it goes bad. So this is the second batch now that I'm doing. And what they said was to, now this already has some moisture on it, but what they said to do is kind of sprinkle it with water. All right, here. Here you go. Yeah, Chloe doesn't like kale so much. Lizzie and Bandit love it. When I have it out in the garden, they just, if they can get to it, they will. All right, so anyway, sprinkle it with water. And then they said to microwave it for 2 minutes. Now I did 2 minutes. Let me show you how it turned out. Now I've never really blanched kale before, so I don't know how different it is from doing it the traditional way. But it's definitely wilted, but it looks pretty good to me. I don't know if you'd want it in a salad by the time you freeze it, but it'd be great for cooking. So I'm going to freeze this in little quart bags rather than all in one thing. So, and I'm going to squeeze this out. But yeah, I'm going to try 1.5 minutes and see if it's a little less wilty. So I read too that if you can freeze kale without blanching it, but I read that it tends to get bitter if you don't blanch it. Don't know that from experience, but I just thought I'd pass that on to you. So this is it at 1.5 minutes. I have to get this in cold water. Well, here they are, all waiting for their goodies. This is how I have to cook. I have to cook stepping over these guys. Okay. All right, well, I think I like the 1.5 minutes better. It's a little less floppy, for lack of a better term. Now, I'm just going to put them in the bags, and what I like to do is I like to roll the bag up and squeeze out all the air. Now, I have a food saver, but I have to drag it out. I want to get some more of those reusable food sealer bags. I think that would be good. I think I have some, but see how flat it is now? And that'll preserve it for a while. And this is good for soups and stir fries or whatever. And then, of course, I'm going to label it. So, okay, I think I'm going to take some of this kale. I'm going to do one more batch to freeze. Then I'm going to take some for a couple of dinner salads. And I want to take some of this and season it and dehydrate it to make some kale chips. All right. Okay, I have 3 nice packs of kale. Now the nice part about freezing these things flat like this, if you don't need a whole thing of kale, you can break it off. So that's a really good way to freeze your greens rather than all in a big clump. All right, now I'm going to dehydrate some. All right, well, I don't have a ton left in here. I could probably leave this for a salad, but I just want a few kale chips. So I'm just going to put some in the bowl here, enough to fill up a couple trays. And then I'm going to season it with this salt and vinegar. And we'll see how it tastes. Now, I don't have any oil on here. I probably should put some oil on here. I think I'm going to get some spray oil. So I have some coconut oil here. That's Carlini. I think that's Aldi's. So I'm just going to spray a little bit on here, and this thing is about empty. Ah, okay, it's empty. So another thing used up. And then I'm just going to sprinkle it with some of this. I have no idea if this is going to taste good or not. I've never made kale chips with this. I made kale chips once. I wasn't real impressed with them. But, you know, sometimes just putting a little bit different spice on there helps. So, yeah, that worked. So now, my air fryer is also a dehydrator. So I'm going to put it on here. And then I'm just going to let these dehydrate until they're crispy. That shouldn't take very long. I'll just keep checking them because I really don't know how long it's going to take. So, you know, for like 49 cents, I mean, I have a lot of meals here. So buying food on markdown is a really, really good strategy. And if you do it and freeze some, and, you know, then you really don't need to go out and spend a ton of money on groceries every week because you have it in your stash. So, okay, let's dehydrate these. And then I'll be back later. Alright, here I have a couple of sweet potatoes that are starting to look a little funky. I got these in a flash food box. They didn't look too good when I first got them. So I got these back in December sometime whenever I went. So I want to make a little soup. I got a couple of yellow squash. I have a pepper, I have onion, so I'm just going, and some kale, I'm going to throw that all into my little Instant Pot and make a quick veggie soup. And I don't know if I'm going to cream it, or I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, well, these guys just love veggies. Now this is squash, yellow squash, and they all like it. So if your dog, if you like to give your dog treats, just see if they'll eat veggies. My dogs love them. So far they've had sweet potatoes, they've had kale, and now they're having yellow squash. So they pretty much like everything. And there they are, enjoying their snacks. You like those, huh? Yes, you do. Those are really good, huh? Yeah, I do. All right, back to my cooking. All right, so in my soup here, I'm just going to put some seasonings, and I'm not going to make it with broth. I'm just going to make it with not chicken bouillon cubes. So it says to use 2 of them for 4 cups. So I'm just going to crumble that up a little bit. Hi, Ryan. Okay, well that's a little too noisy. So I have 2 nut chicken bouillon cubes. I have ground cumin, because that goes well with the ingredients I'm going to be putting in here. So I'm going to take about, a teaspoon. I can always add more ground cumin. I like to keep this on hand, this salt-free Mrs. Dash's chicken seasoning. And I think it has something in here, might have pepper flakes or something. It's not hot, but it has a little bit of a kick. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that. And then because it's very healthy, I'm going to also put some turmeric in. So, half a teaspoon, because this is very strong. So yeah, about half a teaspoon. Then I'm going to put in some pepper. So, about that much. Give soup a good flavor. And then here I have some ground up homegrown rosemary. I'll put in a half a teaspoon of that. Because that goes really well with chicken flavor. I need to find my thyme. Okay, found it. So I'm going to put in about that much thyme. Thyme is a very delicious herb, and if you don't cook with it, you should think about cooking with it. And parsley. I'm going to put in about, a good teaspoon, tablespoon, whatever you like, of parsley. All right, so there we go, and I'll be right back. All right, I have some garlic and ginger here that I grated up a long time ago, and I really want to use that up. So I'm just going to throw that in. It's already all iced up, but I'm still going to use it. So that'll go in, and here is my squash. So in that goes. And then this will make 4 cups of soup. I want to put in a good handful of kale, because this will cook down. And the rest I'm going to save for a salad. So that goes in, and here is my sweet potato. Alright, one more piece, babies. I know you like it. Here, Chloe. Alright, now I still have some carrots that I want to put in here, an onion. And I'm going to go look in my refrigerator and see what else I can put in here. Okay, I have to do something with this celery. It's starting to kind of sprawl out. So I'm going to take one stalk and put it in my soup. I have a couple of carrots that are starting to look sad. So I'm probably going to freeze this and put this in the soup, frozen soup greens, and in my salad tonight. So okay, the puppies have had carrots, and so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this in my soup. I'm not going to put a regular potato in here today. I'll save those for another meal. So, and then I'm going to cook it in my little Instant Pot, and that'll be enough for 4 or 5 meals. So just keep stretching your ingredients, folks. It's the only way you're going to beat this inflation. It's getting ridiculous. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and make soup. Okay, now I'm making my salad. I'm probably going to eat a salad tonight, maybe with a little bit of soup. But this is the last carrot, and I'm just shredding this up. The puppies ate some, and this is going to be for the salad, probably for a couple days. So I'm just, if you don't have a shredder, get your potato peeler and just make some nice shreds. They're much easier to eat this way on a salad than big chunks, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, I have here some raisins that are pretty dry. So I'm going to add some of these to the salad because I'm going to put the salad in a couple mason jars, and that will soften up these raisins again. So I'm going to add, a good handful, because this salad would be really good with raspberry dressing. So in here I have the kale, I have the raisins, carrots, a green onion, some celery, and I'm going to add a couple other things. I washed my romaine, and I'm going to see what else I can put in there. This would probably be good if you put an orange or an apple in here, if you're going to make it like a fruit-like salad. Now the apple and the orange I wouldn't add until you're getting ready to eat it, but you know, with these raisins, it'll soften them up a little bit. And I actually like dried fruit in my salads. Okay, so there is my very healthy salad. I'm going to put these in probably 2 mason jars, and when I go to eat them, I'll add some pepitas and some sunflower seeds and some croutons. Alright, so at least 2 more meals. So I've got 4 or 5 meals of soup. I've got at least 2 meals of this. I'm going to add also a hard-boiled egg to it, or 2. I have the kale chips. I have the frozen kale. So I probably have a good 10-15 meals for very little money. All right. Okay, here they are. My salad. Enough meals for a couple days. So I shelled all of the edamame, and I'm going to freeze that too, flat of course, then I can break some off as I need them. And I also have some in my salad for tonight. So another thing gone and frozen. Okay, here are the kale chips, and they only took about 1 hour and 15 minutes to dry up. So let me give one a try. They're good. I put a little bit too much salty seasoning on there, but other than that, they're good. Next time I would put a little less. Okay. So dinner's ready for tonight. My lovely salad. I have 2 more in the fridge. My soup is done. Made some snacks. So there we go. And I still have 2 ultimate chicken tenders. I'm going to be adding those to that, and a couple of eggs, so there'll be lots of protein there. So, okay. that's it for today. Still didn't do my Christmas tree. I'm too busy cooking up everything I have. But if you guys buy markdown produce or markdown food, either freeze it right away, find ways to preserve it, or make things with it right away. It'll be worth it, because if you save money on those sorts of things, then once in a while you can buy some groceries that are a little bit more expensive. You can afford to do that. Otherwise, it's kind of out of the question. So, all right, I'm going to make myself some tea, and I'm going to go sit down and put my feet up, because all this standing here, chopping and prepping, has taken its toll on my back once again. So I'm going to go relax. All right, well, it's time for dinner. I'm just going to throw this together because I know this is a really long video. And I guess some people like those, some people don't, but I had a lot to talk about today. So here we are, still talking. So these are roasted sunflower seeds. So I'm going to put some of those on because I like seeds in my salad. And then these are just pepitas. I got these for $2.99 at Big Lots. So, and these can be expensive. You know, a little container like this is close to $5. What's with that? I actually prefer pepitas over sunflower seeds, but all right, so that's that. Then here I have the ultimate chicken and one of my daughter's chicken eggs. So no chickens were hurt in the making of this video. Thank goodness, because chickens get a really bad rap in life. So, but my daughter's chickens are just, they're like pets. Treated very, very, very well. They get the best food. My daughter does not spare any expense when it comes to her pets. So I think that looks pretty darn good. Picture time. Then I'm going to have some of my delicious soup. So that is dinner for tonight. And I really didn't plan on spending the whole day cooking, but that's what I did. This is a lot of food, folks, for very, very little money. So, okay, I'm going to put some of this raspberry dressing on there. And that is it. Okay, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.